This is what our rack will look like. At the top, you'll see a keystone blank patch panel, and you will see a 24 port patch panel. The 24 port patch panel will be to extend the jacks around the suite, similar to this one. So this will be the simulation of a set of jacks at the cash wrap or at the manager station. The cables in the wall get extended to the back of your 24 port patch panel. Voice lines come in on your 66 block. As you'll see, we have one voice line coming in from the LEC on the left side, and I have 4 lines wired up on the right side. The 4 lines on the right side come to the back of these blue keystones in our keystone blank patch panel. So for the store you are doing today, you're going to need to make sure there's a 66 block inside the suite, and I need you to I need you to ID all the active telephone lines on the left side of the block, and then we will decide where those lines need to go and what their assignments are. Important to note, on the right side of the block, the cables that are coming in on this side go to the back of these blue keystone jacks in the RJ, using the RJ45 keystones. You'll notice keystone number 1 has line 1 and line 2. That's because we're taking 2 telephone lines and activating them on 1 jack. Depending upon the keystone, the wiring changes a little bit. You want to make sure you check for polarity, but generally speaking, you're going to use line 1. You're going to put line 1 using the blue pair on the keystone jack. Pass me a keystone. And you're going to put line 2, or the second line, on the orange pair. Okay, and this is for patchability later. For this particular installation, line 3 is a single pair wired to the back of this keystone using the blue section, the blue-white cable. Line 4, same. Alarm, same. Fax, same. DSL, same. For DSL, most of the time, the LEC will install a surface mount box somewhere near the 66 block. They might not have the number on the 66 block. So you can pull the DSL number off the block or off of their biscuit jack, wherever they put it, and you're going to extend it to the back of the DSL blue keystone. So when the customer arrives, they will see all their analog lines on this keystone blank patch panel. We can use as many ports as we want, and we must use blue keystones. Next is pretty straightforward. On the 24 port patch panel, we want to label the jacks according to these numbers listed here. Typically there's going to be 4 cables at every station. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 1, depending upon the application. And I like my wall jacks to look like this. For data, we use white keystones everywhere around the store. Cash wrap, Wi-Fi station, behind the TV, manager shipping station. We use white keystones wired for data, and they all come back to the 24 port patch panel. Finally, when the customer arrives, if the customer decides to activate a phone in jack 1, if they wanted to plug their 2-line phone into jack 1, line 1 and line 2, the customer will come here and they will install a patch cable from jack 1, and they would patch it up to whatever line they want to make active. So if they wanted line 1 and 2, they'd grab it there. That'll be all. I hope it's clear. I actually wanted to show you one more thing on the keystone. For the line 1 and line 2 application, you would want to put line 1 into the blue pair. So we use B as the standard. So you would use the B pair, and for line 2, you would activate it using the orange pair. Again, using the B standard. Any questions? Give us a call.